did something even worse than that. He's going to build low-income housing where they used to have luxury housing. He's going to put low-income housing in. I look at somebody that comes from Somalia where they don't have anything. They don't have police, they don't have military, they don't have anything. All they have is crime. And she comes in and tells us how to run our country.
Okay, guys, we have a Fox News sit-down with Trump that was hilariously bad for a multitude of reasons and just begging for a fact check. So here I am. If you can, leave us a like on the video. We're trying to get to 30,000 subscribers, and let's see what misinformation we can correct.
Can we reform SNAP and these benefits so they're used for the people who really need them?
It's meant for people. And you know what it does is it really puts the country at jeopardy. People that need it have to get it. I'm all for it. But people that are able-bodied can do a job. They leave their job because they figure they can pick this up. It's easier. That's not the purpose of it.
Yeah, except people who work rely on SNAP too, because our economy is structured terribly. The idea that corporations can pay full-time workers enough to where you can also work multiple jobs and then still need food stamps. The problem with work requirements is that they lead to less people on food stamps, but not more people in the workforce. Like, we've tried this before, and that is what we call a failure, right? We should objectively just want more people fed. That's not very Christian of you, Donald Trump. The idea that people will leave their jobs, which give them a level of economic stability and freedom that they enjoy, so they can get food stamps and like Section 8 housing with the lowest quality of life possible in America, is such capitalist fan fiction that they have to create these false pretenses to argue against that have never panned out in reality, because they're easier to argue for removing food stamps if you do that than, you know, hungry kids whose mothers rely on food stamps to feed them, veterans whose Social Security isn't enough without food stamps, the schools who are using it for free lunch programs, like, you know, the actual realities of SNAP and who they want to take it from.
This Crockett, this is a very low IQ person. And I look at somebody that comes from Somalia where they don't have anything. They don't have police, they don't have military, they don't have anything. All they have is crime. And she comes in and tells us how to run our country. The Constitution says this, the Constitution. The whole thing is crazy. I
mean, he's talking about Ilhan Omar here, who is a U.S. citizen. Like, why shouldn't a U.S. citizen, a democratically elected representative at that, be able to have an opinion on the Constitution? Like, make no mistake, this is racism. This is racism. It's thinly veiled racism with her and Jasmine Crockett as women of color, and then xenophobia specifically with Ilhan Omar. The idea, oh, she comes from Somalia where it's all crime and she can't have an opinion on our Constitution. She's a citizen. She's a democratically elected representative. Like, that's racism. And also, this is the very identity politics that I was speaking about that the right engages in, has always engaged in, and wants to continue engaging in. What reason did he have to invoke her country of origin than to try to use it as like a part of her identity to disparage her in literally a racist manner? Like, this is what the right does with immigrants, with black people, with women, with the LGBTQ, you know, DEI hires, this, that. And it's why they've gotten so enraged at the left for instead creating a safe space for these minority groups, trying to flip it back on us as if we're doing the negative identity politics when it's always been them. And it's their racism, their bigotry. And I think it's past time we reclaim that.
He did something even worse than that. He's now taking a big section of Palisades or some area, and he's going to build low-income housing where they used to have luxury housing. He's going to put low-income housing in. His fire stuff is out of control. The forests are burning down all over the place.
I mean, here it is, right? Clear as day. Trump saying that replacing luxury housing with low-income housing is a bad thing. Like, do not let MAGA tell you they are anything about the party of the working class, anything but the party of the privileged again. Here he is admitting it. When they tell you who they are, believe them. In the midst of a homelessness crisis where we have 27 vacant homes for each homeless person, you heard it from Trump first, MAGA believes building low-income housing instead of luxury housing is a bad thing. The idea that luxury housing should even exist when people have no housing, when there's people with no housing who exist, is crazy to me. But like, how much more mask off can you get again about your priorities? Trump actually showing emotion, getting genuinely upset because Newsom is taking land away from those poor billionaires to help the needy and poor. How greedy those poor bastards are, right? And those damn evil woke Democrats for giving in to them.